Like all infants, he does not walk and does not talk. He suckles milk for 3 years. Nurses feed him and he grows slowly. However, the body of the Buddha is incalculable and surpasses all the worlds, but he appears to beings as an ordinary man ordinarily. In a newborn baby, the limbs, the faculties, and the mental consciousness are undeveloped, and thus, the 4 bodily positions, sitting, lying down, walking, standing, going from speech to silence, and all the other human behaviors are incompletely manifested. With the passing of the days, months and years, the child practices little by little and takes on human behaviors. But why was the Buddha born, if before birth he was already able to talk and walk, and afterwards he could not? This seems strange. But the single purpose of the Buddha is to use his power of skillful means. The Buddha manifests human behaviors and adopts the human positions so that beings will believe in his profound dharma. If the bodhisattva were able to walk and talk as soon as he was born, people would say, "This man that we see is extraordinary, he must be a god, a naga, or a demon." The doctrine which he professes is certainly not within our reach. Transmigrating and fleshly beings as we are, in the grasp of the activities of the fetters, we do not have the capacity for it. Who among us could attain such a profound dharma? Victims of their own modesty, these people cannot become firm adepts of the holy dharma. It is for them that the Buddha is born in the land yuan. Although he might have gone directly to the tree of enlightenment and become Buddha there, he pretended by skillful means to act as a child, as an adolescent, as a youg man, and as a grown man. At every age, he successively fulfilled the appropriate rôle. Childish play, study of the arts, householder's duty, enjoyment of the 5 objects of desire, endowed with human faculties. He contemplates the painful spectacle of old age, sickness and death, and experiences revulsion for them. In the middle of the night, he passed outside the ramparts, left home and went to the ṛsis ie and Alolo. He pretended to be their disciple, but did not follow their teaching. Having always had the superknowledges, he recalled his former existence when, at the time of the Buddha Kya. He followed the path of discipline. Nevertheless, for the moment, he pretended to practice asceticism and searched for the path for 6 years. Although he reigns over the Trisahasramahasahasra Lokadhatu, the bodhisattva pretended to destroy Mara's army and attain the supreme path. It is in order to conform to the human condition that he manifested all these transformations, but here in the Prajnaparamita he manifested the great power of his superknowledges and wisdom. In that way, people will know that the Buddha's body is incalculable and surpasses all the worlds. 12. Moreover, there are people who could be saved, but who sometimes fall into b. the 2 extremes, whether out of ignorance they seek only bodily pleasures, or whether, by the path of activity, they give themselves up to asceticism from the absolute point of view. These people lose the right path of nirvana. In order to extirpate these twofold extremes and introduce people into the middle path, the Buddha preaches the Mahaprajna Paramita. 13. Furthermore, he preaches the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra to mark the difference in retribution between worship of the body of birth and the worship of the body of the Dharma. Refer to the chapter of the Cho-Li Ta. 14. Furthermore, he preaches the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra in order to teach about the bodhisattva's irreversibility and about the characteristics of this avavartika. He also preaches in order to thwart the tricks and works of Mara. 15. Furthermore, he preaches the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra so that future centuries will honor the Prajnaparamita, and in order to predict the 3 vehicles. Thus the Buddha said to Anan, after my nirvana, this Prajnaparamita will go to the south, from the south, it will go to the west in 500 years, it will go to the north. There will be many believers there. The sons and daughters of good family will offer flowers, incense, garlands, standards, banners, music, lamps, jewels, and other riches. They will write it. Preach it, study it, listen to it, reflect on it, meditate on it, and worship it in the usual ways. For this reason, these people will enjoy all kinds of worldly happiness, will obtain the three vehicles without delay, and enter into nirvana without residue. This will be seen in following chapters. It is for these reasons and these motivations that the Buddha preaches the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra. 16. Furthermore, the Buddha preaches the Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra to explain the absolute point of view. There are 4 points of view: 1. The mundane point of view; 2. The individual point of view; 3. The therapeutic point of view; 4. The absolute point of view. In these 4 points of view are contained, in its entirety, the 12-membered scriptures and the 84,000 baskets of the doctrine. All 4 points of view are true and do not contradict one another in the Buddha-dharma. There are realities of mundane order, realities of individual order, realities of antidotal order, and realities of absolute order. A. What is the mundane point of view? Real dharmas resulting from causes and conditions exist, but do not have a nature distinct from these causes and conditions. Thus the chariot exists by the coming together of the pole, the axles, the spokes, and the rim of the wheel, but there is no chariot distinct from its constituent parts. In the same way, the individual exists by the coming together of the 5 aggregates, but there is no individual distinct from the skandhas. If there were no mundane point of view, the Buddha would be a liar. Why did he actually say, "With my very pure divine eye I see that, according to the good or bad actions, beings die here and are reborn there in order to undergo retribution. Those who have done good actions are reborn among the gods and among men. Those who have committed bad actions fall into the 3 unfortunate destinies." Moreover, a sutra says, "A person has been born into this world for the joy, happiness, and usefulness of many people. This is the Buddha Bhagavat." In the same way, the FAQ says, "A mind is able to save a mind. Another man is able to save a mind. The practice of good and wisdom is the best savior." Also, the Buddha has said in the Ping Cha Wang Ying King, "The ordinary person does not listen to the Dharma, the ordinary person is attached to the Atman." However, in the Faeul Yi King Sutra of the 2 Nights of the Dharma, or it is said, "From the night when he acquired the path to the night of the parinirvana, every teaching given by the Buddha is true and not false. Now if the individual did not